What's up, everybody? Welcome into the PNC Bank Sports Corner. Michaela Vernava here, joined on the line by Doug Hyde, our Patriots beat writer down at Gillette Stadium. Doug, how's it going?
Doing well. How are you doing, Michaela?
Can't complain. The Patriots, though, you can complain about their offensive production this season. The tight ends, wide receivers, not looking great. How can they address these issues without making a trade? How else can they address this?
They do have some internal options on the team, but it would be hard to kind of reshuffle that group. Right now, Damiere Byrd is the Patriots' #1 wide receiver, and that's certainly not an ideal situation. He was kind of a fringe number 3, number 4 in his previous stops with the Carolina Panthers and Arizona Cardinals. And you've got N'Keal Harry as the number 2 and Julian Edelman there as the number 3 based on snaps. So I think the Patriots would hope that N'Keal Harry would emerge into that number 1 spot. Then they could kind of reshuffle that. But Damiere Byrd has been the Patriots' best wide receiver so far. There are some other in-house options on the team that I think are a little bit intriguing. Jakobi Meyers, he was actually better than N'Keal Harry last season. He's barely played this season. Gunnar Olszewski, he came off of injured reserve a few weeks ago. He's barely been getting any time on offense. And Isaiah Zuber is a guy who's on the practice squad who's actually played the last 3 or 4 games for the Patriots, who's been making some plays. Some other guys there on the practice squad. So those aren't, obvious upgrades for what the Patriots are working with. But just the fact that there hasn't been a lot of production out of the wide receiver group, maybe they do give some of those guys a chance. And at tight end, they do still have the 2 rookies, Devin Asiasi and Dalton Keene. I would expect Asiasi to eventually get targeted in the passing game. We're still waiting for that, but you would think that he would be an upgrade, at least athletically, over Ryan Izzo.
Now, in other positions, there are a few players coming off injured reserve. How much of an impact can those guys make?
Yeah, I think a big impact. David Andrews, that really reshuffles the Patriots offensive line back into their correct positions once he's back on the field. Then you'll get Joe Tooney back at left guard, Isaiah Wynn back at left tackle. And that group will definitely be settling a little bit. Defensive tackle Bo Allen, he's really the only prototypical nose tackle on the Patriots roster, 6'3", 327 pounds. So I think that he will really be a significant boost to the Patriots run defense. Then Josh Uche, who has yet to make his NFL debut, adds a lot of athleticism at the linebacker position, and he adds more size than what the Patriots are currently using as far as safeties at that linebacker position. So he's kind of a good mix of size and athleticism. He could help in coverage and in run defense and as a pass rusher. So I'm definitely intrigued to see what all 3 of those guys could add to the Patriots. I think that they could provide a pretty significant boost.
Great. Thanks, Doug. We'll talk to you soon.
PNC Bank, helping to make banking easier.